Hey, welcome back, poker friends. Welcome back to another video. Been a couple of days since I posted a video. The reason is the algorithm didn't seem to like me. It could be a few reasons. Could be from where I'm from. Also, posting on a different site as well. So we're playing on CoinPoker as well. Sometimes could be various reasons. Anyway, the main reason I do post is for a couple of guys that, consider to keep watching my sessions and give me information whether or not I'm playing good or bad. So it's always good to reflect on my game and have a few people keeping me honest with that type of thing. We could go for a check raise here, but since we're in the middle, I'm going to actually go for a bet. We do have somewhat of a gunshot here, and it's going to be disguised before it comes out, hopefully. Don't think someone's going to have 7-8, but they've been playing pretty passive. Anyway, as you can see, we're at $74 as well. We're consistently trying to get 15 T dollars as well. That's the welcome bonus. Trying to grind that up each week. That's the goal. Just to get to the mid next month to accumulate the 150%. That because we deposited 50, which then gives us an extra 75. So we've been accumulating in the background. All right, Queen 10. We did bet there. Value bet ourselves, unfortunately, but we could have bet a lot bigger on the river. I don't think he's going to fold out. Anyway, yeah. So anyway, I think the algorithm doesn't like me because I'm playing on a particular site and also from where I'm playing from as well. And also, it doesn't like online poker as well for some reason. There's been a thing as well, which is pretty funny. Like, if you ask my kids what they watch, there's a lot of swearing. It just doesn't make sense. It's like society has just lost the plot at the moment. Much like where my hand is at the moment. Let's cross. But anyway, make it so is trying to play solid poker. All right, so hit bottom pair. We can sort of make a play here. But anyway, what has happened in the previous? So I'll give you the circumstance of what actually happened. We did have, I'm going to call you, trying to go for a three. What happened was two regulars, so two stories. One was someone who was green ticked, which means that they're probably planning on withdrawing, could be a winning player. But for some reason, they just kept going all in, all in, all in every hand. It's very frustrating, but we adjusted accordingly. How I did adjust for that, it's pretty easy. I just tightened up my range, uh, loosened up my calling range, but tightened up my opening range, if that makes sense. So it's sort of like playing heads up poker. If someone going all in, ace 10 or better, you just play it and you're playing lotto at that stage. But when they just turn up with any two randoms, you know, ace 10 and up's definitely going to do well. Even ace 8 up's going to do well. Too much going on here. I'm just going to fold. Not a bad river for us with a 10, but obviously if they've got overpairs, it's not great. If they're already got a 10, it's good, but it's bad for us. But even still, they could have had draws that missed us then, and we could have had the best hand. But yeah, so we had one regular just going all in every hand. What typically does tend to happen is if you play a ton, and what can happen is you're going to have burnout, which means that maybe he's not willing to take a break and he's addicted to the screen or playing poker and doesn't want to give it up. Which means that the only way he's going to have a break is if he goes all in every hand and then gets rid of his entire bankroll. Doesn't happen that often, but it does happen still. Very strange, but he's playing there today, and he seems to be playing reasonable today. Unfortunately, because we did make a pretty good profit. Then we had another reg that we did play against, and what ended up happening was we ended up bluffing them on the river pretty good. They were desperate to find out what we had. We think the board paired up twice at the time. It had like eights and sixes, or sevens and sixes, or whatever it is. And what happened was we shoved over the top, and there was no way we are going to win showdown because even in their bad hands, will definitely obliterate us. But we ended up playing and shoving all in, and they folded and they were desperate. But anyway, we end up getting the nuts on another hand and over shoved. He thought, okay, he can't always have it, so he caught us on the hand that we did have the best hand. So it was really good. We got both hands pretty good. I don't like this one. We're going to give up on the flop if he doesn't. Going to give up on the turn if he calls. If we get an ace or a king, it just makes things awkward. And even if it goes check check on the turn, we've got the ace and the king. We're gonna shove. We're gonna not shove. We're gonna we're gonna turn into like we're gonna be facing a lot of overbets and shoves on the river from some players, from the aggressive players anyway. All right, so we can continue. We do have a gut shot, so we'll double barrel. We did pick up some equity. It's not great, but at the same time, if our ace and king is active, and we could still have the best hand here, but we just check behind. We did miss everything. But I think of it this way, if we do have the straight, we can bet again. And probably just shove all in. Because these two pair or sets will pay us off. But it just stinks when we do miss totally. But we really want to make that straight. But yeah, hopefully everyone's going pretty well. So poker's been going fairly well. Haven't been putting too much pressure on my game. Haven't been playing late at night. So trying to... It did say to suggest to play later in the evening, but I don't want to play too late. I want to play when I feel the best. Anyway, 10-4. This is just going to be a fold. Currently, also, we're sitting on a lot of tables, but they're not active at the moment. So we're still waiting to be seated on those tables. Have been defending wide in the big blind. Ooh, open end is nice. Okay, we'll bet the ace, and then if he calls, then hopefully we hit the straight on the river. All right, let's call. Everyone else doesn't want to be in. We want to play. We want to win. All right, I'm going to bet this one again. All right, maybe like 3 bets. It's an awkward one, hitting 3, but it doesn't really give us much hand strength. If he's got ace king, great. So we beat his air, but we don't beat anything else really. Queen 10, get it defend. Good news, bad news, second pair. Alright, we're going to call it in to continue there. Do have a flush draw, but we don't want to raise it because I think it'll upset our... it'll definitely upset our hand. We've got position, why not? 9-5, going to call 1. He's definitely going to bet there. Yeah, he's going to bet his entire range there. Alright, we're going to fold. Fold Queen 8, easy fold. Sounds like there's a bit of active cards going on. Checking King Jack still even there. Should not be there now. So we floated with King Jack. It's not great. But we didn't hit, and the flush is there, and it completes straights as well. We did 3 bets, so it doesn't help us either. So with us 3 betting, we're going to have a lot of high cards, high broadways, and it's going to hit his range a lot more. So we can't really raise our hands. And we're definitely capped in that situation, so we can't even fight back really. Hit 10. Keep things nice and simple. Board has paired, I'm going to call. Do have ace high, which could be still the best hand. Yeah, okay. Backdoor. I think we got the best hand here. Got a 10, we'll call. Good raise. Here we still got a gut shot. We do have second pair. He could have a lot of ace rag. I think we've got the best hand here. If he had the ace, I think he's betting there on the turn because the flush draw's coming. Alright, so I've got to value bet this one. He could give us the 10. He could still have King Jack, Queen Jack, King Jack even. But I think he's just got some type of pocket pair. We probably should have bet even smaller. If we bet smaller, like 5 big blinds, maybe less, we could definitely probably get called from some really bad hands. Defending, we're getting a nice price, but at the same time, it's got to really be careful. Don't fall in love with those hands. How many times I've gone 2 pairs and just lost out? Like Jack 10's probably not as bad as what some of the other hands I'm thinking of. You know, I'm thinking of the Jack 7 hands. Alright, we'll continue to bet here. He's going to put us in a... I don't think we can shove. Because he's going to go all in. But people typically aren't going to call 3 streets and then go all in with nothing. Especially when we did 3-bet pre. And the king does hit our range. So he's going to have plenty of sets there. We don't hit the king, so maybe he's actually got a king as well. We need to put some pressure on king queen. There is a spade problem. Alright, we'll bet one more and hopefully he folds. No. That's fine, he lets us know he's got a better hand. Get out of jail. Top pair. Going against Donatello. Alright, we've got 4 for 4 back. We had a back door as well. That's actually not a bad card for us. Board pairs up, and if he's only got... it's check behind. Oh, lucky we didn't bet there. I was thinking about value betting for half a second. We could always close that one where we're heads up as well. Oh, we're not heads up anymore. It's 3 players. Nice. Hopefully we get a decent hand. It's only gonna be a short session, and we're gonna play another session after. But I won't record that one. But I'll post another video tomorrow, hopefully, and let you guys know how I'm going. I got a call. Defend with 4-5. Check behind. Ooh, interesting one. We do have a backdoor, but we got a gut shot as well. We'll range bet here with the ace. I'm not gonna raise. Okay, so we've got a flush draw. Flush draw, straight draw. So we've got a combo draw. That is one of the ones that I'm happy to do a lot of raising with and do a lot of chasing with. But luckily we didn't put any other extra money in the pot here. You need the 8. Alright. Sort of getting used to the site now. I don't mind this site. Plays pretty smoothly. Apart from the internet problems, but I think that's a my side problem. At the moment, there's a lot of construction going on outside, and I think it's disrupting the internet as well. It tends to be going a lot of hot and cold, which is a little bit frustrating, but I am used to it. It's not really bothering me, as it did probably the first couple times. Hear the beeping, but yeah, it's not picking up. For some reason, it's not picking up the next hand sometimes. Like that one, it's missed the alert. A little bit annoying. Nothing's perfect though. Ooh, heads up, king 10, king 2 suited. Join waiting list. It's fine. Alright, looks like we're now full way in that table. Alright, well, we'll bet one. It was heads up, and there's not many people at the table, so he can still call with pocket pairs, so we can value pretty thin. Or value bet widely, wide, and get called down. Alright, queen 10. Queen 10 definitely calling. We'll raise with ace, queen. Ooh, okay, got a gut shot with a back door. Gut shot, not a bad pot, but it's definitely hitting his range more than mine. Strange that he didn't c bet. You'd think someone with a king or queen c bets though. Missed everything. Yeah, very strange. Unless he's got a set and he's trying to slow play. Very strange, but hopefully queen high is good enough. If it isn't, he's probably got a small pocket pair, medium pocket pair. Maybe could have tried to bluff him off the spot since he wasn't really interested in the hand. Players like that either have absolutely nothing or, you know, it's slow playing, trappy. Alright, over bets. The only reason why we bet there was the bottom of our range. We'll 3-bet Queen Jack. Is against the short stack, so maybe I've made an error there. So the problem is, yeah, I will call anyway. It's not great, but we'll find out how bad it is. Never a doubt, huh? Never a doubt. Pretty lucky in the end. Ooh, we need to make sure we get that table. Oh no, what the hell? We need to make sure we fix the tables up anyway, but alright, so 19 big blinds. So 3/4. Yeah, that's probably the most annoying thing how it does that. I'll probably need to fix the settings up for that. That isn't my problem. Meaning I did that. I think I've actually defaulted to a tile. To a tile setting. So every time a table opens like that, it just upsets the whole thing. But that's fine. It's just, it is what it is. Also, the problem is too, once we lose the internet, it takes us off the waiting list sometimes. On the upside, we did win that the king's hand. I need to check that one. maybe there is a button we can just press for this to make it easier too. But at the moment, everything's a little bit annoying. But we'll find it easier next time. King Jack not gonna open. I do get tempted from broadways. Also, another thing too is when you first start playing a different site, and let's just say they're opening their ranges up a lot more. It's easy to fall in the habit of their bad habits and just start opening wider. It's much like when you get a casino and everyone starts limping in. All of a sudden, you start limping in, and it's just an easy trap to get into. We'll raise this one up. I think this guy's going to be a recreational, but he's got a tick, so maybe he does know what he's doing. Maybe he's the short stacker. Someone under 100. It does raise. Feels trappy, doesn't it? Alright, we'll play. We got position. Hopefully, I think it's Gatorade or something. Hopefully he just calls. Some people just don't read the room and then they raise over the top. That check could mean he's got queens. He could have a king. Could be trying to slow play. All I know is it doesn't really help our 6-4. Could be one of the worst flops for us. The only way of winning this one is if we get everyone to fold. Wow. Somehow still in this hand. We're now going to open end with 6-4. Which is quite amazing. Didn't get there. We'll raise against Olufsen. Ooh, got aces somewhere. We'll get a raise king queen. Hopefully he just calls. Cap his range a little bit. Queen 10's just going to check there. Front still with 4-2. It ain't great. We just hope to steal the blinds. Okay, it's not a bad flop for us. We'd have a gut shot, but we don't have a club. Unfortunately, we don't block any clubs either. They're not going to raise 4-bet here. Just going to call. Oh, okay. Alright, we're going to call him. That is one of the rigs that we bluffed, and then he called us when we were good. So we've got a lot of history, him and I. Yeah, okay. He's going to know we're not scared to play, so. Unfortunately, it looks like the aces got folded. Hopefully the set's lower. We still got the set, hopefully. That was 4-way. Okay, wow. Dangerous board for a set. There is flush draw, open enders, whatever you can think of. We're just going to expect, hopefully, not to get raised on. So we're going to 3-bet here. We're going to 3/4 pot with 5s and hopefully not get shoved on and just get called. That's what we want to happen. If he does shove all in, it's going to be like one of those moments where we're just throwing up. We're going to bet this one. It's not great. 3-away. It is a scared board. If for anyone that's got no diamonds, we could still have the best hand as well. We definitely need defending. We could possibly make a straight, I think, as well. Yeah, so we won that hand with 5s, it looks like. Yeah, we did. That was the 122. Big blind hand. Because we're up against Wild. Alright, ace queen. Ooh, aces again. Hopefully can double up and leave the table, which would be nice. And he's got a smooth call. People don't tend to full bet, 3-bet enough. I'm going to bet this one and then give it up. Hit a 4, so cool. Don't need to defend the hand with 7s. Definitely going to raise it. I'll call one more, but we'll find out. Alright, we'll raise the 21. Do have 9 positions. Gonna fold this one. Unfortunately, didn't hit another 4 or a king. He's gonna have a ton of hands. That's that regular again. Ace is just gonna go in. Ace is gonna go all in. It's gonna have a ton of hands, but it is what it is. All in. SBR's down. A3's gone. Gonna raise this one up. Hopefully aces do hold up. There was a lot of draws. Yes, it looks like it did. That was our first double up today. So he's going to have a lot of flush draws. Also thinks that we've probably got a lot of ace kings as well. We can actually have a look. So when we get to the table, hopefully it comes up soon, we'll have a look at what he actually got. And we're going to raise again. He's from the big blind, small blind. Oh, big blind. Oh, actually under the gun. Which means he could have jacks or queens. He can have better hands, obviously. Alright, what did he have? He had pocket queens. There you go. King queen's gonna lose the ace high, most likely. I'm gonna slowly close the tables down now. Alright, we'll start slowly closing the tables down. Obviously, it's gonna do this, which is not great. King queen will bet. But like I said, just cancel. Oh, we finally sitting in another spot, but I got rid of it. Alright, just cancel. Looks like everyone folded the queen's hands. And luckily enough, they folded the other hand as well. But we had queens and the king was on the board. Sometimes I just like to throw in a bet there. Alright, that's the last one. Interesting. I think it's still loading up. I don't think we're down $66, but at the same time, we did get some rake back. Pretty sure we're up a little bit more. It sometimes takes a little bit to load, so I'm surprised it's down to 66 because we did double up on a table. So I expect this to be a little bit further up. Anyway, guys, just wanted to keep you informed of what's going on. We're going to play another session later. And I'll try and keep you guys informed of what's going on. Yeah, you can see it's still going up 78. So we should be about probably 72 or 74 when it shows that. So hopefully, I mean, we won probably about 2 or 3 decent hands there. So we should be probably up to about 75, 76, hopefully. Anyway, guys, thanks for following. And yeah, catch you next video. Bye, guys.